I'm going to be talking about eating disorders in this video, and I know this affects hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people across the world every single day. Okay, so today I'm going to let you a little bit into my life. I have dealt with almost all of the eating disorders at some point in my life. Okay, the top one that I struggle with still to this day is overeating, to the point of being force feeding myself. Okay, it is a very emotional topic for so many people. Obviously it is as well an emotional topic for me. I obviously have had my issues in my life. For me, it all relates back to traumatic childhood experiences, which I'll be covering in a different video. But specifically in this video, I want to talk to you about how I've dealt with this eating disorder, what other eating disorders I have had and dealt with, and subsequently how I've been able to get in control of the disorder rather than letting the disorder control you. And there is a big difference in that. Okay, so first and foremost, the other, oh, let's put you up a bit. That's a bit better, it's just easier. First and foremost, the other disorders that I have dealt with is starving myself, anorexia. That is something I never really was a particularly big fan of. Massive appetite suppressing. Now, in terms of binge drinking and smoking, okay, these were two big ones that I did for such a long period of time, and that is how I lost, I'll be honest, the majority of my weight. In one of the previous videos, I put up loads of photos of me when I was younger versus me now, obviously, and that is how I lost the majority of my weight, was through smoking and drinking. Now, the reason I put on that weight in the first place was through not force feeding, but I remember as a kid I would eat to the point of being full, and then I'd want to carry on eating. I'd want the pain in my stomach, and I'd want to almost be sick. I would eat to the point of being sick. I would never purge. From the best of my understanding, is purging is when you purposely make yourself sick because you feel so guilty you've eaten so much food. I never felt so guilty that I ate the food, but I would eat so much food that I would be sick. And if I'm going to be honest, probably being away from home has led me back to those, you know, comforts. I have found myself once or twice out here eating to the point of wanting to be sick. Like, there is no switch in my brain where it just goes, you're full, stop eating. I just don't, I haven't had that switch. So how I've been able to deal with that. Now, thankfully, obviously, I work in a gym, so I have an amazing amount of help, resources, tips around me, and I have a great support network of friends at work that are able to help me in this particular circumstance. And so, you know, none of, to the best of my knowledge, none of them have dealt with eating disorders such as this, but we all have clients in the gym that have eating disorders like this, and I'm able to bond with them on a very, very personal level because of my problems, my disorders. Like, that's no issue with me. Right, I don't think I'm going to be able to hear anything I say with all this traffic, so I'll be back. Simply just too loud outside, so I have returned to my hostel. There was just so many people, so loud, so many cars. I wasn't sure if you could hear me or not. So where was I? Now, eating disorders are extremely hard to overcome. Obviously, I've spoken about some of my experience with So I would say force feeding. It basically is force feeding, but like I say, I don't ever get to the point where I feel like I am forcing myself to have food. Like, I do want the food. That's the issue. And this comes back to having clear goals in mind, I think. But in the time that I've been out here, like more specifically about the problems and the challenges I've faced out here, it is due to my lack of goals, not having a clear plan in place. And there's an amazing video on YouTube called Sell or Be Sold, and you're almost selling yourself to yourself, I like to think. If you don't have clear goals in mind, then where are you going? And I think that was me. I was just sort of in the phase of, I didn't have any goals. I just wanted to be lean all the time. And then going out every weekend, enjoying myself, trying to be on holiday while also being at work and staying focused on my goals is really, really hard. And that's something that I did not think would be as hard as it was. Therefore, making sure that I have a plan in place is so important. And I think it's the same for everyone. You need to have a clear plan in place, an end goal, an end date, something you're striving towards. And as well, that is extremely important as well. Over the past couple of weeks, over the past month, I have almost given up with my goals and what I wanted to achieve and how quickly I wanted to achieve it. Having determination and consistency with making sure I upload every week has been so hard. It's something I haven't really wanted to do. It's something I haven't really been able to get myself up and out of bed to do. Having that determination and consistency with doing all of this is extremely helpful. Like I say, goals, I have to make sure that I have that goal in place so that I can do it in the time frame that I've set. So I have just gone back to the basics of being a PT, and it's something that I think I've just completely forgotten. Something I haven't really used on myself. I use it on my clients day in, day out, and I never even really considered making sure that I hit my own targets. I've been so focused on doing work, and I've been so tired and so fatigued. I've been finding excuses to not do the things that I need to do. And fundamentally, if I want to get where I want to be in life, then I need to make sure that I stay focused and stay routined and just get my shit done. And that's something that, again, over the past 3 months, I haven't had the energy to do, I haven't wanted to do. And that in itself has led to me just doing what I want to do, eating what I want to eat, and there's no real time frame there. So over the next 3 months, like I say, I've got everything mapped out perfectly. I've got goals in place. Like, I want to hit certain weights at certain times, and I will be reviewing this as well, staying dedicated to you guys, staying dedicated to myself. And that's something I think that everybody needs to have, that just a little bit of dedication, that goal, that end point. It's not going to be forever, and just get there. Time goes so quickly. As much as I want to say, enjoy yourself, we're only here once, and I've said that a lot on this channel, there is as well time that you need to dedicate towards yourself and your goals. And if you don't stay dedicated during that time period, then are you ever going to stay dedicated during that time period? I'm looking back on myself a lot. Positive affirmations are a big one. Waking up, I can do this, I will do this, I am the best at this. Whether you are or you aren't, if you don't start saying these things to yourself, then you won't believe them. If you carry on using negative affirmations, or I can't do this, or I shouldn't do this, then that's what fundamentally you're going to believe, and then you're never going to achieve those goals. We all have to wake up every morning and say, no, I can do this, I will do this, I'm the best at this. It doesn't even matter what you're doing, how you're doing it.
you need to do it. Just do it. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very basic, and it's very, very important. So that is something that I'm going to make sure that I do. Coming back to the whole eating disorder, I think having all of that planning, having all of that time-framed goals will be very beneficial to you kicking that eating disorder right in its arse. You know, and as well, it's who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with people who really don't care, who really don't have goals in place, then you're going to crumble under what they want to do, because at the end of the day, you want to spend time with them. I'm very thankful to have this next month sort of by myself and stay really, really dedicated to myself and my goals, and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. You know, my plan starts tomorrow. I've got fasted cardio tomorrow. I've got my first weigh-in of the next 3 months, and then it all begins. You know, I'm going to make sure I eat the same meals pretty much every day, and just stay extremely routine, stay extremely dedicated, and that's going to be that. Literally, that is going to be that. And hopefully it all goes as well as I think it's going to. I don't see any reason why it won't. You know, the past couple of days, like I said, I have had that goal, I have had that mindset, but I haven't had that plan, not that extremely routine, structured plan. And I think that's what I needed the most, was a plan, a goal, an end date, and, you know, I've mapped it out. And I think that's what you guys need to do as well. Just sit down, it doesn't take very long, map it out, and then get it done. You know, wake up on a fresh day and just do it. You have to smash it, absolutely smash it. So that's what I plan to do tomorrow. But for now, that is pretty much all I have to say.